It was not Mr. Rowan. It was something wearing a mask. Chapter 4, The Mask in the Hall. The mask looked like a cheap, plastic smiley face you might win at a carnival, but painted over with red streaks like tears of blood. Under it, 2 eyes glowed with cold, focused rage. The figure stood at the end of the hallway, still and silent. In his hand, because I knew by the shape of his shoulders it was a man, he held something long and thin. In the dim light, I realized it was a metal pointer stick, the kind teachers used in classrooms long ago, sharpened into a deadly spike. "Is this a joke?" Mark blurted, stepping forward. "Because, dude, not funny." The masked figure rushed at him. It happened so fast, my brain almost did not register it. 1 second, Mark was there, standing between us and the hallway. The next second, a blur of motion, a wet sound, and Mark's scream sliced through the dark. The metal spike drove straight into his shoulder, and he collapsed, clutching at the wound as blood spread across his shirt. Everyone screamed at once. "Move!" I yelled. "Run!" We scattered like broken glass. I grabbed Tasha's wrist and pulled her toward the living room. Jenna sprinted for the front door, fumbling with the lock. Luke ducked into the nearest room, disappearing into the dark. Behind us, there was a heavy thud, Mark hitting the floor, and another sound I never want to hear again, a low, almost pleased exhale from behind that painted smile. "Door, door, door!" Jenna shouted, struggling with shaking hands. Tasha and I reached her just as she yanked the door open. A thick metal chain stretched across the gap, bolted into the frame from the inside. Someone had chained the door shut. We had not. "Who did that?" Tasha cried. I looked at the chain, the bolt, the small lock that had not been there when we arrived. It was installed recently. Planned. "It was him," I whispered. "He locked us in." "He who?" Jenna demanded. From the hallway, the slow footsteps came, steady and heavy. Getting closer. "Back," I said. "Move away from the door. Don't stand in sight." We ducked behind the couch just as the masked man stepped into the living room. He moved calmly, like he had done this before. Like he was teaching a quiet lesson. He looked around the room, head tilting slightly. The plastic smile never changed, but I could feel his disgust. "Come out," he said at last, his voice muffled, but I knew it. We all did. "Mr. Cobb. You think you're adults," he continued, tapping the metal spike slowly against the side of the couch. "You think there are no consequences. You lie. You cheat. You complain. And the good teachers pay the price." Tasha's nails dug into my arm. I could see tears running down Jenna's cheeks in the faint light. "You did this to yourself," he said. "But I will help you understand. I will teach you what real consequences feel like." Slowly, he turned and walked back down the hallway, his footsteps fading. "He's going to kill us," Jenna whispered. "Not if we get out first," I said, forcing my voice to stay steady. "We need a plan. Now." "Back door?" Tasha asked. "Glass is cracked, but not broken. We could break it the rest of the way and fit through," I said. "We just have to move quietly." "What about Mark?" Jenna asked, her voice trembling. "He's still back there." I closed my eyes for a split second. The image of him falling, the blood, the sound. "We get out," I said, "and we call for help. That's the only way we save anyone." I peered over the edge of the couch. The hallway was empty. The kitchen was dark, but still. "On 3, I whispered. We go to the kitchen. Stay low. No phones out. The light will give us away. Ready?" They nodded, barely. 1, 2, 3. We moved like shadows, hearts pounding loud enough that it felt like he must hear them. Every step on the wooden floor sounded like thunder in my ears. In the kitchen, the broken glass gleamed in my memory. The back door loomed ahead. And then we heard a soft, wet sound behind us. I turned. On the floor near the hallway entrance lay a smear of blood, dragged toward the small guest room. Mark was gone. Something inside me cracked, but I did not have time to fall apart. "The door," I whispered. "Now." We reached the back door. I grabbed a heavy ceramic bowl from the counter, lifted it over my head, and smashed it into the cracked glass. The glass shattered with a sharp crash, pieces raining down on the floor. Cold night air rushed in. "Go, go," I urged. Tasha started climbing through, careful of the edges. Jenna followed, whimpering when a piece of glass scraped her leg. I glanced back down the hallway. The guest room door stood slightly open now. Someone, or something, watched from inside. "Lydia!" Tasha called from outside. "Come on." I started to climb through the broken window. And that was when a hand shot out from the darkness behind me and grabbed my hair. Chapter